Excellent. That was excellent summary. What artificial intelligence is all about, the approaches to artificial intelligence, the applications of artificial intelligence, and the importance of artificial intelligence. So, today we're going further to, does anybody online want to say something else? I'm not sure you heard her, but there's nothing we can about that. All right, so today we're going into a little bit extension, add to what we have started. So let me share. So we're going to continue with AI introduction and this week too. So today we'll look at analogy of human and AI. When we mean analogy, we are trying to compare how we can relate the human and the AI. You know, the computer uses what? It uses cameras, it uses sensors, it uses microphone, it uses speakers, it uses other things to do what? To mimic human being. We as human, instead of camera, we have what? Eyes. Speaker, we have what? Ear. Microphone is mouth. So these are the relationship. Then sensors is our body, skin, another part of our system. Is this, excuse me, let me sure this is okay. I could recall she mentioning that he said that AI can be used to assist man, voice assistant, voice assistants like chatbot. We're going to build a chatbot. That's the first project we're going to do in this course. So, what is a chatbot or a voice assistant? You know it most times when you go to a website, you see something popping up and asking you, I'm here. Can we discuss or do you have any problem? I'm here to help you. That's a chatbot. It's a conversational AI technology called voice or that employs voice. Some of them employs voice, some of them employs text. Like the one we're going to build, we employ voice and text. Okay? And it enables you to do what? To hear and understand instructions. So you can use natural language processing to build a chatbot. Have you heard about natural language processing before? NLP. And you want to master artificial intelligence when you don't even know the basics. All right, when we talk about artificial intelligence, of course, he has introduced it to us. And one of the basic or the core in artificial intelligence is a large language model. Have you heard about large language model before? No, tell me free. Yes or no? Yes. You've not heard about it. That is what ChatGPT is built on. ChatGPT is built on large language model that uses languages, tests, natural language to converse. That is why you don't need to write code for you to get what you are looking for. All you need to do is to type what you want, and ChatGPT does it for you. An AI speech chatbot has a lot of advantages. It can help you act in your absence when you're not there in your business. It can help you manage some projects when you are too busy. Can help you to attend to customers. And what the good part of it is that it communicates in human understandable language. So in other words, it will help you to accelerate productivity. You are more efficient in your job. I said earlier that the human uses the eye to see and recognize, while the computer uses what? Computer vision and deep learning. And what does it use to do that? To capture that, it uses the camera. You need a camera. The human analyzes and learns through the sense organs, while the computer does what? Trains the model using what? Machine learning algorithm. And where does this machine learning algorithm come from? Okay, what does it use to train the model? It uses data. It uses data. You see, I don't know how many of us that know the history of ChatGPT. Do you know? What do you know about ChatGPT? Only how to use it. Okay, that's all. You don't know anything at all about ChatGPT, how it was built. ChatGPT was built in 300 years data collection from Google, from different sources. 300 years. 300 years. So, different posts people post on the internet, it captures it. Anything, publication, it captures it. Blog, it captures it. So it captures anything on the internet from when it was designed till 2021 October. I think the updated one is 2021 October. So everything it's it gathered data for 300 years. And that is why when you give it an information that is beyond 2021, it will not be able to give you a reasonable answer. It can hallucinate and give you anything. So when we talk about training the model, it was trained using what is called GTP. Means, who can tell me the meaning of GPT? GPT. What's the full meaning of GPT? Yeah. What's the full meaning of GPT? It will be embarrassing that an artificial intelligence student does not know the full meaning of GPT. Hmm? So when someone in primary school asks you, what's the full meaning of ChatGPT? What is, uncle, what is ChatGPT? Or auntie, what is ChatGPT? You just think, look, what is ChatGPT? What's the full meaning of GPT? You're sitting, you have your laptop there. So search for the full meaning and let me know. It's allowed. Okay, let me check for those online. Probably they have something to share. Are you sure? Yes, someone is on who is it that wants to come. Yes, yes. What is GPT? Generative Retrained Transformer. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, William. Yeah, that's the full meaning of GPT. Generative Retrained Transformer. This network is low. Let me. So the generative pre-trained transformer is a large language model that is used for in building all these AI applications. There are so many AI applications. As you're trying to get to know one, another one is there. Can you share with me some AI apps you know apart from ChatGPT? There are other AI apps. Yes. Which one? Hmm? ChatCat. Yes. ChatCat is there. Another one. Bard is there. Bard is from Google. Yes, it's Google AI. Perplexity. Yes, Perplexity AI. Yes, is there. Other ones. Give me another one. Which one? You should be familiar with all these things. They should be at your fingertips. You should even know which one is better than the other one. Of course. No, you cannot, we can't deny it. They are there to help us. So we have to use it in a way it will help us. We as in Cavendish, we are not discouraging students from using it, but we teach you how to use it better to help you do your work more efficiently. But you don't copy and paste from there because you will not, it will not help you to know, you will not understand anything. So today we're going to introduce an AI app, just like one of the generative is one of those generative pre-trained transformer. Dialogflow is one of those generative pre-trained transformer. I think it's also developed by, I think it's developed by Google. So it has a free version, it has a paid version. And what is it used for? It is a platform for designing conversational interface. And when you do the design, train the chatbot, you can integrate it into your mobile app, you can integrate it into your WhatsApp, you can integrate it into your Facebook, you can integrate it into any application or any device you want to use that chatbot. Sorry? Yes, for free. For now, they have the essential, I think the essential edition of it. So that one is for free. But when you want to go advanced, you have to pay for it. But the one we're going to use for this class or for the project we're doing is free or isn't free. So, like we say, we use it to develop an interactive chatbot. It has some basic concepts, the dialogue flow. You have the small talk, and in the small talk are the normal daily discussions. How are you? I'm fine. So you can use it to build it. Then you have another aspect of it, one of the features, you can use it to build intent. What do we mean by intent? You know the intention of the user of that chat. So you build statements based on that intention. For instance, you want to build an app for someone that sells pizza. Okay, like a bookshop. You want to build an app for bookshop. The app should be able to sell your book when you are not there. So you should be able to understand what is the user's intention. What questions will the user want to ask my chatbot? So you build those questions into your chatbot. That's what we mean by intent. Like the ChatGPT you're seeing, the ChatGPT is built based on users' intent. That is why you need to understand how to prompt the ChatGPT for you to be able to get a reasonable response from the ChatGPT. So you as a designer or the AI designer should know what the intent, what are some of the expressions your user will need in order to interact with your machine. So you build it into the chatbot. so that when the user prompts your machine, the machine or the chatbot that question, the chat should be able to respond appropriately. So you know the user's intent, then you know your own intent. What I want to give to the user as a response to a particular question is asking me or she's asking me. So that is what we mean by intent. Then we have what we call entity. Entity is one of the features of this dialogue flow. The entity enables you to give an exact prescription of that intent. For instance, when it comes to time, when it comes to location, when it comes to pricing, those are referred to as entity. There is a way it is built such that you can easily impute what these entities are, like the price. You can tell, okay, come by 8 p.m. Now there is a you are responding. Now the your user is asking you, when will you be available in the office? The chat should be able to respond the exact time you will be available. But you will not be able to say exactly that time. So there's a way you need to build the entity such that when the user asks a question, the chat should be able to respond based on the answer or the question the user is asking. That is what we mean by entity. We will do it when we are building the chatbot in Dialogflow. Then we have what we call integration. When you are done with building your chatbot, you need to integrate it somewhere. You don't just leave it there in the machine. You need to integrate it so that you'll be able to use it. You can integrate it with the website, you can integrate it with Facebook, WhatsApp, and different applications you can integrate it. You can also integrate it on a phone, voice, such that you can easily interact. But on the paid version, there are limitations to that. Then you have pre-built agents. In this dialog flow, there are pre-built agents. Is there any question so far? Let me go to those online. Yes, big chat is there. Llama chat 2 is there. No, most of them are not based on ChatGPT. They are rather based on GPT. Major, they are based on GPT, not ChatGPT. ChatGPT is just one of them. All based. All right. Go back here. Nova. All right. I don't know why this projector is not producing voice. I don't know why. Is it from the laptop? I'm not sure. All right. So thank you so much for that contribution there.
Excuse me, madam.
Where can we use the dialog flow or the chatbot? You can use it as a voice assistant. We can use it in our social media platform like the Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook. We can use it as customer service. Here, we just try to define what each of those features means. Intent, recognize users' intention. Entity, identify the things the user mentioned, like the time, the price, the space, the shape, the color. Then the dialogue itself is a shape to shape the control of the conversation. So we're going to build, I'm not sure I want to build this booking a bike repair, but we may do it. So let's go straight to, yes, the app. So go to https PC. You're coming to class, you don't have your laptop. A computer student. So go to HTTPS, or let me copy it and paste on the chat. Podcast, have you entered? Have you gone there? All right, because I want to leave this place. If you are trying to join online and thinking, call any of the students in the physical or in the class to let me know that someone is waiting. But in order to curb this challenge, I'll give a time for everyone to join. If you're not able to join, then that ends it. So let me share this link on the group chat so you can easily. Have you used this dialog flow before? Let me check those of you online. Have you used it before? Have you heard about it? All right, so let me go to dialog flow. Let me use this. I already have it somehow. Have you created an account? When you log in, you have a screen like this. I'm waiting for you. Please let me know when you are there. Only Hassan is there. Okay, let me share link on the chat. I'll just share the link on the chat on that. So are we all here now? Are you there? Alexandra, are you there? Still loading. Who is the course rep for this class? Maxim, are you? Who? Who created a WhatsApp group? So you automatically be the course rep. I'm dodging responsibility. Don't judge, don't judge, dodge. I didn't have the attendance While I'm waiting for you guys to join, let me check if there's a recording. Where is it? So if you look at this, I hope it's not too strange. Or you can see by this side, you see the Dialogflow extension. This extension is the trial version of it. You have the the Dialogflow CX, which is the paid version of it. But if you know the importance of it, you can decide to go for the paid version. But for us here, we are interested in the trial version of it. So like I said, we are interested in intent feature, entity features, integration feature, and probably validation. I'm not sure we'll go into that. Then the small talk. So you can click on any of them and play around with it. It will not burst your computer. Nothing will happen. So don't be afraid of doing anything there. If you go into what you don't know, you come out. Explore on it. So how do we create an intent? Like I said, you need to first of all think of what do you think your user will want to know. Then what response are you giving to the user? That is what this is all about, intent. Before you create an intent, you have to give it a name. Let's say we want to create um, appointment booking. So you click on create, you have to give it a name, and the name should be one name. So booking appointment, booking appointment. Let me say scheduling appointments. That's more professional. Save. It has saved it. Now the next thing is to begin to train. Say template phases are deprecated and will be ignored in the training time. I don't want this, so just ignore it. So the next thing I will do now is to begin to train my model. How do I do that? Here you see training phases. I can type, if I want to schedule an appointment, what do I think the user will want to ask? When can I see you in the office? So another user expression. So the more the more expressions you have in your bot, the better that application will work. That is why ChatGPT seems to be the best so far, because it has a lot of expressions. So, when can I see you in the office? Can we meet today? Enter. What other question can my user ask if it's trying to book an appointment with me? Can I schedule an appointment with you? My user can also say, I would like to see you. Please, why will you be available? Let's make do with this. I'm not going into these action parameters. That's the entities. So let me leave it for now, for today. But let's go to the responses. Okay. Now, these are the possible questions my user can ask. I am going to respond to this question. In case my user asks any of this question, what should my chat response be? Where is it? So I click on this. Here you can see responses, default responses. These responses will come. So I will be in the office by 9 a.m. I can also say, let's meet by 9 a.m. Let's meet by 9 a.m. I can also say, meet me by 9 a.m. I will be there by 9 a.m. See you by 9 a.m. What do you understand? What can you see about all this? What do you think going on here? You can see just one question can be asked in different ways. So you need to find a way to capture all the different ways these questions can be asked by your user. Then you need to provide multiple answers so that your chatbot will not just be too boring. If different users ask the same different questions, we're going to try it out. Now, assuming we are done with this, okay, what else? What next we will do? Listen attentively. I intentionally left this because this is the entities. I didn't want to go into these entities. So I intentionally left this for now. But you can see that the moment I put date today, it highlighted it and is expecting me to put something here, something that has to do with date. But I don't want to go into that for today. Let's leave it. We'll fix it some other time because it has identified it as an entity that will be able to address a specific issue in terms of date and time for the user. So it's expecting me, who is building the chatbot, to give it those time and space, such that when the user asks me any specific question, it can respond directly to the user. It will look as if I knew what the user was going to ask. So that's how it is built. I'll give you a link. You can go to YouTube and see how you can use this dialogue flow. It's part of your assignment for you. So I'm done. So next, will I do? What will I do next? Let me save it. So I've saved the intent. Okay. It should be able to train for me. Let me see. It has saved it. Let me see if it has trained it because usually it will train it and it will tell you it is training. Let's see what happens. Let me see one of the questions I asked them. Where is the training phase? Please, I'm just trying it. Please, I want, I please, I will. When will you be available? So let me leave that. That's wrong. Let me leave that. Let me ask the question. I would like to see you. I will like to see you. Yes, it has trained it for me. So see the response here. I'll be in the office by 9 a.m. So let me ask another question. Can we meet today? Meet me by 9 a.m. So you can see it's shuffling the responses based on any question that comes that is related to it. I don't know if you understand. So this is just an introductory part of this dialogue flow. First of all, what do? You create an intent. Remember when we are creating an intent, for instance, if I'm just designing a chatbot for appointment, there could be other intents inside that appointment chatbot. So I have to create intent for each and them, each and every one of them. For every intent you create, you are going to train user questions there and the default responses for every intent you create. So for one, for instance, if I'm building the one I wanted to show with us, if I'm building a bike repair chatbot, in that bike repair chatbot, I'm going to have different intents there. First will be to book an appointment. Another one will be might be to check the prices. Another one will be to if the bike is ready, if is already repaired. So these are the three different intents I need to build. For each of those intents, you're going to train the user expression with different expressions. Like here, I have about 4 or 5 expressions. Then you have to train the default responses for each of the intent you build. So now, like I said, in our next class, we're going to, I'm going to allocate you to different departments in this university. We're going to build a chatbot for those departments. If you if you pick like the guild office, you're going to build a chatbot for the guild office. What if the guild's president is very busy? The chatbot should be able to represent the guild president. So what would be happening in the office of the guild president that this chat needs to respond to? So if you pick the guild president, that's what you're going to want. If you pick the office of the VC, you're going to respond. What are some of the questions someone can ask the VC? But you know that there is no way you will know this thing by just sitting in the class. It means you need to go and meet with them and interview them. So you need to go to the VC's office if it's VC's you pick. If the VC you picked, you go and meet her. So please, I'm trying to build a chatbot for your office. What kind of conversation or interaction goes on here? So I'll be able to build it into the chatbot. So if you pick probably the registrar's office, academic registrar's office, you go and meet with her. What kind of conversation goes on between you and student or staff or whoever? So you're going to build a conversational chatbot for each of those offices. We are not many. I don't know how many. How many do you think we are in this class? You're not so many. All right. I like very few classes, so I will know all of you. Now you're going to get me the list of all the class list. So I'll be able to allocate. I'm not going to allocate I'll just write the different departments. So you pick. If your God threw you to the VC's office, don't come and tell me, VC is not always around. That's not my business. Somebody is always in VC's office. Remember, that is your cat one. That's why I'm saying it now. So you go to YouTube, go and check out. There are so many YouTube training tutorials there that could help you on Dialogflow. So you go and see how you can play around with it. All right. So that is it. When am I expecting this? I used to have this list. Okay, let's do something now. Do I have any question online? Let me check. Any question? Do I have any question from class here?
Madam.
I think we need to write all the departments now.
Excuse me.
Don't have to write now. It's on if you're not next week, whatever we give you. So it's better physical and choose your own. So let's identify the departments we have. We have the office of the, let's start with the field office. Field. Mm-hmm. I think you. Dean. We have too many deans. Dean of FSC. Mm-hmm. Two, three. The third one. Yes, which other office we have? HOD, computer science. HOD ICT. Yes. Enrollment. Yes. Another one. Exam. See, they are running away from exam. VC. GVC. HR. Those people are very busy people. So that's why I need to design a chatbot. Who knows? If I could design one, adopt, and it will be for them. Yes, another one. Where? Employability. Do you know we didn't remember this? Employability. Another one. Finance. Yeah. Those people, they're always very busy. They're always very busy. Yes. QR. Procurement. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Another one. ICT. Okay. SAN. Another one. DL. Yes. 14. Enrollment. Reception. Yes. Finance. Enrollment. Reception. Yes. Which other office? Quality assurance. Thank you. Are we up to 15 in class? Are we up to 15? Yes. Okay. Pull them, pull them, pull them. Let's see. What are other offices? I have written office, Dean of FSC, HSD, exam, VC, DVC, liability, assumption, quality assurance. There's another one. Is it the call center? Call center. Yes, which other one? Do you know what I want you to achieve using these two things? Number one, the technical knowledge. Number two, life skill. One of those life skills is your ability to communicate. You go into this, how do you relate with the person? I'm happy you've done your internship. So it's supposed to be part of the training you get internship. How how can you relate with somebody? You enter the person's office in order to be able to get information from the person. Your manner matters a lot. Your manner, your attitude. You just you don't just walk into someone and sit down. You don't do that. My daughter called me one day, said she went for an interview. She came back, she was crying all through. What happened? She said when she went in there, that they told her to stand up, get out, walk out from this place. I said, oh, you walked into somebody's office. It's actually a interview, leadership interview. I said, so walked into somebody's office, you went in that. Just somebody's office, and sit down. It shows that you're not mannered. So when you walk into somebody's office, you stand. Even if it's except if it's your friend. But for me, even if I walk into a friend's office, I sit. I will stand and wait for the person to offer me a seat. But if you feel you're not feeling well, you are sick, you cannot stand for a long time, you might ask for it. May I sit, please? So you don't go into somebody. Those manners, those are life skills. When you're out of place, it is required. So as you're going into these offices to interview them, your attitude matters. That will enable them to know if you should relate with you. What if you go there and someone says, no, walk, get out. But you know, one thing about CEU is so they will do it. But if it's a place like Makerere, you should expect things like that. But how do you manage it? In case you walk into this office and the person is not relating to you, the person is not attending to you, what do? You just have to be patient. Say, please, when can I come in? I can see you're busy. When can I come back? Can you give me a person might say, responsible. So those are character, manner, communication skill, creativity skill. So you need it. That's part of what I want to build in you, not just to create the chat, because you can go to anywhere and just think you can do this and do it. But I want to have an interaction with these persons you are creating the chat. What you have in mind will not be what they have in mind. When they give some of the answers, then you come back down and get what are synonyms to those phrases. How else one ask that same question? Then you provide answer to the solution to it. Then you go to the chatbot. Then we'll go to the next phase of integration. When we meet them, we'll see by then you have learned in your from YouTube. Then some of you will come and teach us. Because when you are teaching, it will help you to know it better. It will help you to identify your errors and how to fix it. All right. So next week we share date. Let me see if the new one interesting. Canteen. Oh, good. Majok, I don't know you a lot. The canteen. Because sometimes you go there, they are too busy to attend to the chatbot to help them. All right. I think that will be all. We have 17 here. Do we have more than 17 persons? Okay. So we have 17. I will share it. Not something that will just squeeze it, then you can pick. So pray that God give you a one with. All right, thank you so much. This is where we're ending our class today. Any question?